Back to my channel. I know I am so super late with my Halloween Spooktacular episode that I was supposed to upload on Friday, but ever since towards the end of last week, I have had some extended family in town, so I was spending time with them, so I was a little bit more busy, and I thought you guys would understand. Hopefully you do. So I'm finally here to do another project. They did leave today, so sadly, it never seems long enough. But I wanted to do another treat box type of container. It seems to be really popular with you guys. So I created these witch hats. Are these not the cutest? Super cute and unbelievably easy and fast to create. So this was the first one that I created, and I basically cut the brim of the hat a little bit too wide, so I did just trim it off and just flip it over and did it the correct way. Really easy to clean up your mistakes, and you know, I can still use this, and it's a pretty good size. I have some chocolates in here already. It kind of reminds me of like the sour cream containers that people used to make like way back in the day. And all you have to do is just squeeze the top like that to get your treats in and out. So that's what I will be putting inside of these. Now, the original person that came up with this, I believe, was another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I will put her name somewhere on the screen, and if I can find her video, I will link it down in the description box below. But I just kept mine really, really simple. So let's go ahead and I will show you how to create these. Okay, so you are going to need a paper trimmer and bone folder, a pencil, and some cardstock. So I'm just using black, and you can do so much with this. If you wanted to emboss the entire sheet, you can. So this is basically an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. I just cut it in half. So you just put it in your trimmer and cut it at 4 1/4, just like if you would make a top folding card base. So it's great that you can get 2 treat boxes out of one 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Okay, so since I already cut it, I'm actually going to use my trimmer to do the scoring. So first, what you want to do is on the 11-inch side, you want to put this in at halfway, which is 5 1/2. And I'm just going to use the groove that's in my paper trimmer here where it normally cuts, and just use my bone folder to score. So you're going to score that at 5 1/2. And of course you will need some type of adhesive. I always tend to gravitate towards my wet glue because it's the most handy. But you can by all means use whatever you have and whatever you prefer. Okay, so now that we have that scored at 5 1/2, we need to create the triangle portions. So we need to mark the center on both sides right in the middle. So since this is 4 1/4, we are going to place this at 2 1/8. And I'm just going to take my pencil and just put a little tick mark right at the top. I hope you guys can see that. Right there. And then we are going to do the same thing on the other side. So at 2 1/8. And those little tick marks are what we're going to use to line up the angles. Okay, so what you want to do is first place that little tick mark in the groove of your trimmer, and then basically just kind of pivot this bottom portion where we scored at 5.5, and you're going to line that up inside the groove as well. So I hope that makes sense. You kind of want to stick your finger right here after you place it so that it doesn't move, and then it'll be a little bit easier to kind of maneuver this. So after you have those two lined up, we're going to place a score. Just like that. So that's what you should have. And then we are going to do that on the other side. So I'm going to place that right in the center of the channel, pivot the cardstock until that 5.5 score line is in the channel as well. Then we're going to score. You do want to have a firm grip on your paper when you're scoring, because I have moved it before and it's gotten all askew. Okay, so that is what one side of your cardstock should look like. Now go ahead and turn it around and repeat the same exact thing that we just did. Okay, so that is what you should have. Super easy. And that is all for the scoring. We're almost done, guys. So go ahead and fold and burnish on all your score lines. Okay, so after you do that, you're going to basically just fold one side in, just like that, and then we are just going to glue the other sides. That's it. Just like that. So let me go ahead and do that. And then sometimes, if you look right here, if I didn't score like perfectly straight, which is totally fine, this is going to be the back of the box. So whatever side where the flaps, hope you guys can see that. See how the flaps are going back? That is going to be the back side. So then the front side will be nice and clean. But this kind of stuff does bother me. So I'm going to just carefully trim the excess and not cutting into the box. So that is it, guys. And then you just pinch it on either side, and that's how it opens and closes. Now to decorate it, like I said, I'm keeping it really, really simple. I just made this faux little buckle. So this piece right here is 1 1/4 squared, and I just cut that out of some purple glitter cardstock. And then just to create like the faux buckle part, this is 3/4 inch squared, and then I just adhered that in the middle. So doesn't it kind of look like a buckle? And then you want another piece of black cardstock, and this measures 1 inch by 5 1/4. And let me double check just to make sure. Yes. And because I'm a little OCD and want to line this up right in the middle, I'm just going to find the middle of this, which is 2 3/4, and just put a little tick mark right there. And then this is 4 1/4. So I will find the middle of that, which is 2 1/8. Now this is totally optional. You can just put this on and not even worry about it. But I just have issues. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply my glue and trying not to cover up that little tick mark so I can still see it. And then line this up. So both of those tick marks match up. And then press that down. And if you didn't apply enough glue, just kind of lift it up and put some more glue on there. Okay, and then to trim it, all we're going to do is go from this corner to where it meets the side of the hat. So do this side. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I normally like to flip it over to do the other side. It's just easier to see. So there is the shape of the brim of the hat. And then the only thing I've left to do is attach my little faux buckle. And just kind of center it. And there you go. And now it's ready to be filled with some treats and handed out to your friends. So I really hope you like this. It is so quick and easy. I think I made the other 2 samples in a matter of minutes. So I hope you guys give this a try. Let me know what you guys think. And I hope you guys are having a great day so far. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.